All right, today I'm going to show you some drawing tools, specifically the trim tool and the construction line tool. And on the screen right now you can see a Christmas ornament I designed, and around the background of that ornament is a wreath. And so I created this wreath by just starting by making a single leaf, which kind of looks like a holly leaf. That was the goal anyway. And you can kind of see how I created that. And so I'm going to show you step by step how I did that, because I used both the trim tool and construction lines to do that. So I'm going to go into a new file here, or a new part, and we'll start that drawing. Now, the first thing I did was I created a rectangle, and it was actually go back and double check those dimensions. It looked like it had a height of 0.4 and width of 0.25. And so I'm going to create that. I'm going to get the rectangle. I'm actually going to do a center rectangle. So we'll get that. And I'll set that width at 0.25 and the height at 0.4. Now what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to turn these into construction lines. And so what that means is it'll be ignored when I go to extrude. And so any construction line won't be part of the extrusion. And so that's this tool up here. It's kind of small. It looks weird. It's just a couple red lines. But if you click on it, it will tell you it's a construction tool. And once again, it'll give you a help menu. So I'll just click on a line and then click on that tool. I'll just kind of keep going around and doing that. And it'll become dotted lines, telling me that they're construction lines. So I can still use these lines to attach other drawings to. I can attach a circle, say, to the corner, but it will be ignored by the extrusion tool. So I'm going to do a circle now. Now the circles were 0.25 diameter. And I don't want those to be construction lines, so I'll click on that and come over here and turn that back into a regular circle. And 0.25. All right, let's see if we can make that stay off this time. So we'll turn that off for good. And there we go, 0.25 and 0.25. And then I can also anchor one right here on this, the center point of this rectangle. And that was 0.15, but I actually go and take it until I get this, if you look real close, there's a circle with a line next to it icon that tells me that these two circles are actually kind of touching, that they're what's called tangent to each other. And so that way I know that they're kind of locked in there. And that's what I want. So now there's our shape. You should be able to see that holly leaf there in the middle. So the next thing I'm going to do is trim away the things I don't want. And to do that, I'm going to use the trim tool, which you should see the help menu for that popping up now. And we'll just click on that. And what this will do is this will trim away things I don't want. And so it trims everything between two intersections. So these lines touch right here and here. So it's going to get everything in between that. And we can go around and I can just trim off all the bits of this circle that I don't want. And there's my holly leaf. So I'm going to finish the sketch. And if everything worked well, then I should be able to extrude it. I can. I don't know what happened there. Try again. Extrude it some small amount. 1 inch is a little too much. And I'd have something that I could use to make the wreath for that Christmas ornament. And that concludes this particular video on the trim tool and the construction line tool.